Hello guys, welcome to my channel again, and today we are going to talk about SHILO HENDRIX, the lady who uttered the racist slurs to a 5-year-old autistic kid. And it was bad because she called him the N-word, and it wasn't just fair for a kid because it said that the kid was going through her diaper bag, and that thing didn't sit well with her, and that's the reason as to why she went ahead and called the kid the racist slur. And when tackled, and the guy who was tackling her tried to confirm whether, or try giving her the second chance of maybe retracting her words or something. She stood her ground and went ahead to call the child a racist slur, and this brought different opinions and sparked controversies all over the internet. And as you can see and maybe get to know more of the story, please kindly stay with me as we watch videos concerning the same. And I'll attach the first video, which will be of the said lady during the said time, but due to the sensitivity of the words, maybe we might not give it a sound, but you'll see her and you'll recognize the lady. Then we will get to know we'll get to hear what other people thought of her decision. And along the way, we will also see how the issue progressed, and where the issue is at as we speak right now.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to hop on and talk about the SHILO HENDRIX situation while I'm out walking, so I won't be able to look at you guys. But if you don't know about this, SHILO HENDRIX is a woman who a few days ago was in a park, and a 5-year-old autistic black boy was allegedly rifling through her diaper bag. She thought he was trying to steal from her. We don't know what's true, what's not, but what we do know that's true is that she called him the N-word several times. Well, then when she was called out about it and held accountable, she started a Give, Sing, Go fundraising campaign to raise money for herself, because she painted herself as the victim of white hate, and she wanted this money to relocate for their safety. That fundraiser now has over $300,000+ in donations, and the comments under it are so abhorrent, saying things like, "This is why we don't need brown people here, you're the mom of the year, we're a white country, we need to be that again," and things much worse than that. Y'all, I mean, just comment after comment of the most vile racist rhetoric you could ever imagine. Like, it's time for whites to quit being victims and to take our country back from all the brown and black people. I mean, and things I won't even repeat. And here's what I want to say to you all, is that people are like, "Oh, what a terrible situation, it's such a bad situation." Yes, but also, it's not a situation in America, it is the state of America. And as much as my fellow white people want to say, no, racism is a thing of the past, I mean, sure, you have a few people, but it's not really a thing anymore. It is the state of this nation. It is why we are under a Trump administration, no matter what horrific things he says. It is the state of the nation we are in. It is not a one-off. It is the prevalent ideology. White supremacy and the systems that uphold it are the prevalent ideology in this nation, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. And it is time that we admit it. And by we, I mean white people, because black men and black women have been telling us this for decades and decades. But we refuse to admit it or say, "Oh, it was my ancestors, it wasn't me." If you are not actively working to dismantle the systems that put white people above other people, you are just like your ancestors. It's just a different kind of whip in your hand. So yeah, it is you. if you're not speaking out, if you're not standing up, if you're not voting for people or being political people that can be voted for that are upholding diversity, equity, and inclusion and standing up for the rights of Black people, of other people of color, and so forth, you are just like your fathers and mothers of past. So, y'all, it is time. White people, it is time that we do the work of dismantling white supremacy and its ideologies and the systems that uphold it, so that we can make this country truly a nation of liberty and justice for all. There's more about this on my Substack. It's the same handle as here. I wrote about it in depth, but just, I'm so upset over what has happened to this precious little Black boy and the state that our nation is in, because it doesn't have to be this way. But if we ever want it to change, it will be up to the white people of privilege to stand up, to speak out, to take criticism from other white people, to maybe lose some opportunities, to face some harsh realities and some pushback, but saying that this is a worthy cause to stand up for. The lives of Black men and Black women, the lives of people of color and so forth, are worth us standing up for. If that means you lose some friends, those aren't friends you want to have anyways. If that means you lose opportunities, they're not worthy opportunities. It may cost much, but it is so worth the cost. And the first step to doing the work of dismantling all of this mess is admitting that it's a problem. So, to be clear, I absolutely denounce SHILO HENDRIX. The things that she said to that young Black boy were wrong, racist, evil, and full of hate. And we cannot allow that rhetoric and those type of actions to happen in this nation anymore. It is time to stand up. It is time to speak out. And to every Black man and Black woman and Black child, I am with you, I am for you, and I am going to fight with everything within me to dismantle this white supremacy and this racism that has been the foundation and the prevalent ideology of America. It's time to tear it down and rebuild it back better and for all. Liberty and justice for all, because our nation has never actually been that kind of nation. But I believe that if we are willing to do the work, if white people are willing to do the work, Black people have done the work forever, right? It's time for us to do it and use our privilege for good. If we will do the work, I do believe that what we hope for in our hearts, we will hold in our hands. But it will take work. And the first step is to admit that there is a problem, and there is a problem, and it is racism and white supremacy in this nation. I love you guys, and like I said, if you want more of my thoughts in depth, go to my Substack. But yeah, I just want to hop on here for a minute and talk to y'all. Love you guys.
The SHILO HENDRIX situation is literally why I don't take white people serious when it comes to racial tension and social issues. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why I didn't take them serious when they were talking about Carmelo Anthony. They didn't care. They just want to see a Black man in jail, right? And we're correlating these issues because they saw on camera that a white woman calling a little Black boy the N-word, right? Being violent towards that little Black boy. They watched that happen. And they still said, you know what? We're still going to give her some money because she says she needs to relocate. What are you talking about? If you guys felt as that's why we said that Austin Metcalf is nothing but a catalyst for you guys. Because if you saw this situation and you saw it happen on camera and you saw that she didn't have any remorse for it, she said that's what she feel like he deserves. And again, this is a little Black 5-year-old boy who probably doesn't really understand what's going on, that this outside of this white woman being violent towards him, that you watched that happen, you still gave her money to relocate. That don't.
To me, the N-word is a threat. Our people was hung. Our people was pissed on when people said those words. So I feel like it should be in law, if you say the N-word, that you should be able to be offed. You should be able to be offed. Because you say that shit to me, that's exactly what's going to happen. Ain't gonna be no fundraising. Because, bitch, you're threatening me now. Right or wrong? You're threatening me now. And I'll be able to say, well, history shows all of my people that got called the N-word, what happened to them. So I didn't know what was going to happen, what she was going to do. It couldn't have been me had SHILO said that to my child. When there's plenty of children that have gotten hung in trees with their parents while a Caucasian person called them the N-word. Had it been me that it was my child that she said the N-word to, wouldn't be no SHILO HENDRIX walking.
The guy who recorded that video of that racist woman that was insulting a 5-year-old child at the park here in Rochester, Minnesota. May I remind you guys, I have a clean criminal record. I've never committed a crime in my life. I am being punished for standing up, speaking up for a child. My address got leaked, my phone got leaked. I'm getting death threats by the minute. I have 4 children, the youngest one on the spectrum. He needs to go play outside every day. He can't anymore. So, doing the right thing gets you punished, and doing the wrong thing gets you rewarded. Make that make sense, America.
Okay, so I haven't talked about this a whole lot, but I have been so bothered by this. When I say I have been disgusted by this, there was this white woman named SHILO HENDRIX who called a black baby the N-word. And then when she was exposed, she went on to raise, I think it's at $1 million now. She has raised $1 million on this crowdfunding page for calling a black kid the N-word, right? I was so bothered by that, and everybody's like, what can we do? What can we do? Y'all know me for cyberbullying people, but that was not going to be enough. So I'm going to tell y'all what I did, okay? I've been thinking, I've been strategizing, I've been doing a little sleuthing, right? So what I thought about as a business owner, what do I want to hit? Do I want to hit her, or do I want to hit the money? So I thought about that. So I started searching and trying to figure out, how can I find this funding source? I'm a business owner, I own a retail store, so I know there is a funding source. There's a pipeline somewhere, right? Give, Send, Go is the platform she uses, but they are not the bank. So I thought, like, we got to find a bank. And most banks are not going to want to be attached to something like that, right? Like most banks, especially payment processors, they will cut that shit off with any type of doubt or controversy. They'll usually just cut it off, right? So what I did, I used to be a web developer, so I know how to code and I know how to read code. So I went and I broke down the code on Give, Send, Go's checkout page line for line, and there were keywords I wanted to look for, right? So I looked for the keywords and I started looking through the keywords and I found the keyword Block Inc., right? That's familiar, right? Block Inc. is the parent company of Square. So I went and I did my researching, and it turns out, yeah, that's their payment processor. So I'm going to attach and I'm going to share ways we can contact both Block Inc. and Square. So we want to hit both of them so they can't ignore us, right? But there is a process to report stuff like that. And I don't know if they just didn't think we'd find it out. But yeah, bitch, we found it out. So I'm going to share how y'all can report. Stop reporting to Give, Send, Go. They don't give a fuck. They supported Kyle Rittenhouse, the January 6th rioters. That is literally what they do. That platform thrives off hate. So we don't want to hit them. We want to hit the money. And see, Give, Send, Go is a for-profit company, and they pretty much can do what they want to do. But when it comes to banking and payment processing in this country, we do actually have laws and regulations surrounding that. So any type of bank or payment processor has to have a clear-cut policy that prevents them from funding hateful things like that. So yes, Block and Square both have policies that prohibit the use of their platform for glorifying or amplifying or profiting off of harassment, illegal activities, racism, and yes, hate speech. So she has violated their policy by even having that campaign. I'm telling y'all, stop playing with black women in business and stop playing with black women in tech, because I know good and fucking well y'all didn't think we were going to look into that.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. And after viewing the videos and getting to understand what transpired, my opinion is that, first of all, that's something that shouldn't be happening to anyone, let alone a kid and it's way worse that it was a kid. It shouldn't be happening to anyone, because I guess every place that every citizen of every country has the right to stay there and has the right to do whatever they are doing. And it's so unfortunate that the young 5-year-old autistic kid had had gone through the lady's bag, and she wasn't so okay with it, and instead of handling the situation in a much respectable manner, or in a manner that was expected of an adult, she went ahead and continued calling the kid the N-word, which is against the code of conduct, and that's not how one should treat a kid or anyone else, because nobody will be proud to be racially profiled, first of all in a public space. And the guy who went ahead to confront the lady was also accused and got backlash in the internet, and was accused of being a former sexual offender. And this is so bad, because the guy came forward and said that he had never committed any offense, and all this is just some scapegoat to try and justify whatever SHILO did, which is so bad, because we can't cover up bad with another bad thing. Two wrongs don't make a right. So the lady did what she did, and to add salt into the injury, after getting backlash in the internet, and people are now mad at her, and people are condemning whatever she did, she went ahead to play the victim, which is kind of ironical, because why play the victim while you are the one who has offended somebody else? What she ought to have done was to come forward and ask for forgiveness, maybe talk to the family of the kid, ask for forgiveness from the to the guy who was recording, who in this case she disrespected, and from a mother. And in the picture you can see her, or in the video you can see her holding a baby. My question is, how will she feel when somebody maybe treated her kid wrongly the way she did to somebody else's? Because the 5-year-old might not be of any importance to her, but to the family, the boy's family, they will do anything to protect the baby, because everybody who has a home and has a loving family at home, no matter the deficiency you might have, when you're back home, your family will love you. They'll do anything to protect you. And since the kid was vulnerable, somebody else stepped in. So the lady goes ahead and plays victim and says her life and her family is kind of in danger, and opens a GoFundMe account, or went ahead and got a Give Send Go account, and people were contributing. So you ask yourself, why are people contributing to such a person? It's because America is full of racist people. Why would you support such a thing? Why? Because first of all, against the kid, and I'm so insisting on the kid, because it's not like if it was done towards an adult, it will be better. It's not better, because we are all equal. before the eyes of God, before the eyes of Allah, we are all equal, no matter your religion, no matter your beliefs. But the moment you feel superior than the other person, you're losing it and you're losing your track. And it's good that the guy behind the camera managed his anger well, because for other people maybe they would have retaliated and it would have worsened, and it would have been maybe something to do with an eye for an eye, which isn't the way that things should be done. So she goes ahead, opens a Gives and Go fundraiser. She goes ahead to receive more than $750,000. For what? So now we are getting paid for racially profiling other people. It's turning into a business, because why would you racially profile somebody then get paid for it? It doesn't add. It doesn't really add. And my other opinion of mine is such an entity like Gives and Go should have some policies that maybe before giving a go ahead for someone to maybe go ahead with the contribution or fundraiser, there has to be a slight background check. Why are you asking for the money? Why should you be helped? You see, there are people who are failing to get genuine help because of such people. There are sick people, there are other victims who might need the cash, but this is what we get under the in the comment sections. You find the other racist people going on and trying to show her that maybe she did something okay, and chipping in for her to get away. So she is the victim. But we are also happy that the Rochester City attorney went ahead and was to open a case against SHILO HENDRIX, and the case, if complainant wins the case, she might be facing a jail term. Might not be long, but she might be facing a jail term or even a fine of around $1,000, which might be okay and soothing, but the main aim and the main point of discussion is till when will people continue to be racially profiled? Till when will our kids be racially profiled? We should be working towards an equal society whereby I wouldn't judge you by your color of skin or the amount of money you have. I should judge you by your character. And in this case, SHILO HENDRIX showed us her character, and it was one of the nastiest characters anyone should emulate. And I would want to hear from you guys. Kindly comment and give me your ideas. Tell me how you feel about the situation. Give me your own ideas and add on to anything you feel. Maybe you feel somewhere I need a correction or something. You can kindly comment down there, and we get to learn every day. We get to understand how to cope up with such things. But all in all, it wasn't cool. It wasn't something that anyone should go through. I'm also a kid, and we are all equal, and to some extent there are things that shouldn't be happening. Give me your opinions and kindly subscribe and like and comment. Till next time, guys. Bye.